Oh dear. Hi guys, welcome to David's video today. David's gone to the toilet.
This guy cannot be trusted. Welcome back to another video, guys, and today we've got a very boring session ahead. We are training legs, that's right. 2 men's physique, guys, we're training legs. And with being on prep, I thought, right, how can I make this video a little bit better? Not only that, how can I bring some energy to the video? So we've got back on the channel, 3rd video, Patrick Ball needs to come.
Yeah, where's the ball?
We did 2022 one video, we've done 2023, and we're back in 2024 with another video. We've got not only fellow WNBF pro, but the current world champ here, fresh off the back of a holiday, I believe. Yeah. So he's definitely going to be bringing some energy to the video.
Yeah, and I'm very, very excited to train legs. I really could not give a f about training legs.
Let's go.
If you want to make this harder, add a little bit of a pause in the stretch. Oof. I might not need to pin it, but if you want to pin it, you can pin it.
I'll go another set on that, that's fine. First exercise, we're just doing a bit of a warm-up on the adductors, open the hips up a little bit. But the plan for the video is not only to train legs, I'm going to pick Josh's brain. So not only is he a world champ, I'll give him his credit, he knows his stuff, so I really want to pick his brains down. A few things that are going to, help me along the way on my prep. And not only that, help you guys watching this video maybe with some of the things and the challenges that you encounter as well.
Pause in the stretch. Drive. Bash. Nice. Keep your bum at the back of the seat.
One. It's not so light now.
Go on. Nice. Nice.
One more.
Go on then. Lovely. How many were that?
20.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell, mate. Oh dear. I'd say one thing that I've done a lot myself recently, like across all body parts, is just trying to get as much out of each set or like each movement. So rather than just trying to like wham a load of weight on it, it's just, take your time, pause whenever you want to pause, make the most out of each contraction. It's made training a lot harder, and also DOMs have been horrific, so I think it does something. Oh dear.
I've just noticed while we're both men's physique guys, I've had an operation on my left leg, and I've just noticed on Josh's, he's got the same scars I've got from keyhole surgery.
Are we twinning?
So basically, we're just failed footballers with damaged knees that can't train legs properly.
Yeah, my knees are fucked. Seen that bad boy? Whoa.
So as of right now, I'm about 8.5 weeks out from competing in Dubai, the first WNBF pro show of the year that I'll be doing. Something I wanted to pick Josh's mind on though, is doing warm-up shows. So Dubai's definitely not a warm-up show, but I do see people doing them. Me and Josh both used to play football, and obviously with football you do a pre-season, you have friendlies, the players aren't at 100% yet, but they're preparing for those games coming. So I can see a benefit to having a warm-up show in terms of getting yourself on stage, getting comfortable on stage in front of the bright lights, What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's very dependent on the individual, right? And where we're at in like, you know, let's say the natural bodybuilding league, we're at the top. I think if you go on stage not showing 100%,
You think you're risking what, your reputation?
your reputation, losing momentum, and like also it costs loads of money.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you were going out to Dubai
Yeah.
for a warm up. What's
Yeah.
that like? 2-3 grand down the toilet.
What about doing, say, a smaller show in the UK?
I just think reputation in this game is massive, right? Unless you're going to go and do a smaller show and win,
Yeah.
there's no benefit to you at all.
So you think the problem is the winning or losing of it?
I think having done, you know, multiple seasons.
Yeah, this is
now,
why I asked Josh, because I've seen Josh do seasons where, to be honest, I've seen you get better
Yeah.
from doing shows earlier
Yeah.
and then doing more shows. And obviously, like I say, this is where I picked Josh's brain, because that's what I'm going to be doing this year, multiple shows.
So, what I mean more by like where we're at, I don't think we can get away with doing warm-up shows. I don't think it's good for reputation, momentum, whatever. But 2021, when I won my pro card, I needed to qualify for like the shows later on in the year. So I knew my 80% was good enough to qualify.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, oh yeah, 80%, oh yeah, I'm happy with that, it's a warm-up.
Yeah.
It's not, I just did what was necessary to qualify for the
Yeah,
shows
okay.
that I wanted to win, and I did that.
Yeah.
So
is there any benefit to anyone?
I think if you've had a long time off stage and you want to, again, dip your toe in,
Yeah.
but again, what positive data are you collecting from putting a physique on stage that
Yeah, because you're not peaking a
isn't-
physique the same that's at 80% than one that's at 100%.
That's it. So, and if you're going in at 100% for an earlier show, it's not a warm-up show, is it? You're still giving 100%. So,
yeah.
yeah,
That's why he's got a top that says all in.
yeah. So I'm all in. I really like winning. Winning's my favourite thing to do. Don't like losing. Go on.
That's pulling on my knee a little bit.
I think as well, with warm-up show, calling something a warm-up show, it almost discredits that federation or that show that you're doing. So any competitors that you go up against, you're almost like rubbing it in that they're
Yeah,
not
if they're going, that's their main show,
Yeah.
and you're saying, oh, I'm doing this
it's
for
really,
a warm-up.
it just comes across as really quite disrespectful, and like, again, you want to have like a positive reputation in this game. You don't want to be known for being a bit of a dickhead and like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's come and competed at my show and said that, oh, it's just a little trial run for him. It's just not positive. It's not very nice.
Yeah, that's nice and light. I think I got about 6 plates on it, but
Right.
see how you are.
What's the structure and plan for this session then? So we've got leg press, you're going to do a hamstring curl after and then RDL?
Yeah, let's do it like that. So we'll get the quads done now. So we've done a leg extension. We'll do this as well, which is obviously quite a bit of quad. Then we'll move into hamstring.
Are you going to do another quad after that or another, like, I like that squat machine to be fair.
Yeah, okay, I do use that in my other session, but Josh is here, you know, if you want to do it, we'll do it.
Okay.
So we'll do this, 2 sets,
Yeah.
that for 2 sets, and then move on to hamstrings.
No, do hamstrings and then that.
Oh, you do that at the end as a finisher?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I've got a nice...
You want to kill me off on it?
Yes. Right, so me and David are just talking about like almost like plans and mentality for the future, right? And I'm a very, 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 very goal-orientated person. Like you tell me, oh Josh, achieve this, and then I'll like reverse engineer it and figure out how to do it. I've done that all the way through my bodybuilding. So like, you know, how to win a regional, how to win a British, how to win my pro card, how to place in the top 5 at the world, how to win the world. It's all been reverse engineered. And like right now, I'm trying to reverse engineer how to get my clients to do the same. And I'm getting all of my fix and buzz of competing through my clients. And obviously, because I'm goal orientated, the goals are win regionals with my clients, win regional overalls with my clients, pro cards, get people to come top 5 at the world and then figure out how to win the world.
Beat me in pro shows.
I've got a few top tier natty athletes in my stables, let's say. And my worry is, this is like a really weird worry, what am I gonna do if and when they achieve what I think they can achieve? Like, it's just mad. It's just mad. That's where my head's at, right? I don't know if it makes any sense to you, but it makes sense to me. The goals get bigger and bigger and bigger. I figure out how to achieve them. And then I'm a little bit like, shit, what do we do next? So, yeah. Go on, David, do say it.
I thought there was a question coming there. Or did you forget it?
I don't know. I've had a lot of caffeine.
And a lot of pints. The holiday pints are still in you. What's going off here? Right, I want 10 reps. Without my knees cracking, would be nice.
They're cracking.
Ugh.
Come on. Come on.
One more.
All the way down.
Yeah, that's it. It's just my knee, mate. Oh, could you hear it?
A little crunchy, clicky, cracky.
Come on then, Josh, keep pushing. Come on. Good. Yep. I reckon the power's in the socks. Woo.
Jesus.
Big boy.
Like 17.
Off-season weight.
Right, training legs for 3 weeks. Decent.
Following on from the last video, Spain is now all booked, which confirms I have 4 shows in 4 weeks in 4 different countries. We've got Dubai, we've got the UK Pro Show, we've got... No, I'm telling you wrong, see, I can't even remember. We've got Dubai, following weekend, France, then the UK Pro Show, and then Spain. 4 shows, 4 weeks. How would you peak for those? Would you deplete back down and load up again, or would you just try and maintain a look? What would you do? Look at him, he just don't know.
It's so tough. So, if it was 4 shows all in the same country, with not a lot of travelling, quite straightforward, but it's taken into consideration all that travel. Are you going from Dubai to France?
No, I'm coming home, so I'll fly back on the Monday and then I'll go to France on the Thursday.
So that's like another 4 hours of
It's 6 days
flight
between
time.
those shows.
Oh man alive. You're crackers, you're absolutely crackers.
See, this is part of the reason why I wanted Josh on, because he can actually comprehend the difficulty of what I'm challenging myself to do. And I'm bringing it obviously to the channel, so you guys will be able to see how it goes, how I'm feeling, what I'm gonna do when that time comes.
You know that guy that ran from the bottom of Africa to the top?
He's less crazy than me.
He's more normal than David. What would I do? I'd probably do 2 moderate peaks for the first 2, see how you look at each show, and then...
Because it's not just about peaking as well, it's making sure to retain muscle over that month as well. There's a lot of challenges behind it, But also, going forwards, as a coach, I know this is going to be a very good learning experience for myself for future years for coaching as well. So there's a lot of positives to what I'm doing personally.
This is no insult. It's the worst case scenario for optimal peaking. 4 shows back to back, 4 countries, fucked up sleep from Dubai to the UK.
I'm getting excited at this because I know I like proving people wrong. And there's a little lesson on self-confidence here. And my confidence in myself is, Josh is wrong. I'll fucking bring it to all 4 shows. And then I'll bring it to the channel.
I believe you will. I don't think it's going to be easy. But
I don't want easy.
You've got my full support.
Next topic of conversation. We could approach this as a coach or we could approach it as a competitor. I'm going to go competitor.
Ooh.
Meal plan versus macros. What's your personal preference when you're prepping?
So, in the past, I've always done macros. And I think what you find on a prep, you might be the same. You just end up eating the same stuff every day. So what was once macros ends up becoming a meal plan. You know, just foods that are like more satiating, digest well, and that you can actually like. Now that I'm a little bit busier across all aspects of life, it makes more sense to be on a diet plan, because I don't want to have to think about what I'm going to eat every meal. I just want to go and eat it. So my angel girlfriend meal preps for me the night before, and then I've pretty much got all but one of my meals cooked for the day after. And on like a productivity front, it's been a game changer. Like, every meal's ready. I can just literally go into the kitchen, warm it up and eat it. Rather than it being a 1-hour job, it's now like a 20-minute job to actually eat a meal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very person dependent, but whatever provides you with the most structure, go for that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Feel like I'm pretty much the same, but I am very much meal plan. Similar reasons, really, as in, especially when you're on prep, I don't want to be spending time thinking about what I'm going to eat. It's literally just bang, I'm having carbs, it's rice, protein, chicken, and it's just nailed. Every meal is planned, and I go with that. I also think there's benefits in terms of quality of foods as well. So I'd rather be getting more nutrients into the body rather than eating carb sources that aren't that great for you and full of, I don't know, a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
So for me personally, meal plan. And then also for my clients, especially if they're competitors, this is, not people who just generally want to lose a bit of weight. I think for competitors, a meal plan as well. Basically because as a coach, I feel like not everyone can track food as well as they think.
Yeah.
They're not always getting the right macros for the food that they're using. So there's less room for error.
Yeah.
So I do think if you're a competitor, it's going to serve you a lot better to stick to a meal plan, eat the same foods. Prep's going to be tough anyway, so just suck it up, get on with it, and eat them same meals. So yeah, my diet's quite straightforward at the moment. I have oats and whey for my first meal. I have 2 lots of chicken and rice. I have eggs in 1 meal with veg, and then my last meal is a high protein yogurt before bed with a bit of whey and almond butter.
Ooh.
Which takes my macros at the moment, like 230 protein, around 200 grams of carbs and 55 grams of fat.
Dreamy.
There we go, meal plan for you, just like that.
Nice. If there's anything that you listen to in this video, please let it be this. In bodybuilding, you've got to be open to your mind being changed. So, for instance, everything that David's saying and I'm going, fucking hell, that's crazy. I am so open and ready for David to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
In every single off-season that I have done, prior to turning pro, I have pushed my body weight as high as I physically can. To the point of eating 2 tubs of Ben & Jerry's every night before bed. Yeah, should see Peter's face. That's how much I thought I needed to gain weight.
Don't do that.
Yeah, do not do that. Sleep ends up terrible, recovery was terrible, digestion was terrible.
You feel terrible.
You don't feel great, but body weight went up, and I just related mass moves mass. And I really do not believe that that's the case anymore.
And I think another thing is, you're putting on all of that weight, you've got to take it back off again.
Exactly.
That's longer in a deficit, like we've explained before. That's more time to lose strength, lose muscle, feel tired. So when you are putting on size in your off season, it's not about how much weight goes on the scale, it's about growing quality muscle. At least I believe that. I don't know about you.
No, I do. The way that I like to look at it now is like, imagine if you're watering a plant. You don't like water it to the point that the plant pot's overflowing and flooded. You just keep giving it little bits and then the plant grows. Your body is very similar. You've got to keep it in an environment where it's able to respond to everything that you're doing.
Yeah, it's not like the more water, the better it's going to grow.
Correct, yeah. It's a balance of everything. So right now, I'm teetering between 93 and 94 kilos, and I start my mini cut in 10 days' time. And that mini cut, I call it a mini cut. It's the only reason why it's called a mini cut is because it's not prep. So it'll be 10 weeks between then and me going away to Australia, and I'm just going to knock off as much weight as I can.
Just in time for it to start to become winter here and the sun starts shining in Australia. So you'll be on Bondi Beach, abs popping, world champ, here he is.
Pretty much, and some say, you know, there's a show in the UK about 3 days before we go away.
He don't want that though, because I'm doing it, he don't want to do it.
Imagine though, ghost prep. No, but like, I just think my body's going to be more responsive if I stay within like a certain, you know, weight threshold. So not getting stupidly lean, not getting stupidly overweight, just staying in that sweet spot in the middle. Let's go.
We've done adductors, we've done the squat press, we've done a leg extension, we've done a leg curl. Legs are feeling good at this point. We're about to do an RDL. One thing I really want to pick Josh's brain on, because from the outside looking in, I must say one of the things I admire about him and one of the things that he seems to be very good at is this.
Oh.
I think a lot of people who watch this will be able to relate, who compete in bodybuilding, or even if you don't compete, if you have goals of improving your body or getting fitter, losing weight and having to stick to a diet, all that kind of stuff. I've experienced both sides of the fence and both come with the positives and negatives. But one thing Josh seems very good at is balancing his bodybuilding goals, becoming a world champion, alongside maintaining what seems a very happy relationship. So I think if you've got any tips for people watching,
what's the secret?
What is the secret between maintaining a happy relationship while becoming a top bodybuilder? Because I think it's a very hard thing to do in terms of you can have a partner, but if you're a nice guy, you're going to feel a little bit guilty that you're being a bit selfish, you're focusing on yourself, and you can't always do what they want to do off the cuff. So yeah, I'm just willing to pick your brain on that for people watching, how you manage to maintain that. Because like I say, it's something I respect about what I've seen you achieve.
Yeah, look, for starters, I just want to say, like, me and my girlfriend have been together for 4 years. We've done 3 preps together. 3 preps. We actually met when I was on prep, so she knew what she was signing up for from the get-go. But it's took a while for us to get it right. And, like, I think the main thing that you've got to focus on if you've got a partner and you're in this bodybuilding game is communication. Like, I almost over-communicate with her on how I'm feeling and like what the plan is going forward. So she knows exactly like what stresses me out. We both know how to avoid stressing each other out. So for instance, if she says, oh Josh, I want to go out for food right here, right now, then it's going to stress me out. So we do a lot of planning and we make sure that whatever we do still aligns with the goal. So like for preppers, my favorite dates are like going bowling, going to the cinema, cooking at home together. Like, my girlfriend's a fantastic cook, so I basically say to her, these are my macros for tonight, go mad. And she'd create something, or we'd create something together. So, communicate. I think always as well, like, just be, again, this comes with communication, be completely transparent with what the goal is. Like, I've never once said to her, like, oh yeah, it's only 1 show. And then 5 shows later, we're still like, you know, shredded. There's always been an end goal of like, look, just bear with me until we get to this point, like support me as much as you humanly can to this point, and then you'll get everything back. But also like, you know, if your partner doesn't support you, like really ask yourself the question.
Don't start telling people to bin them.
No, I'm not. Just maybe question whether you're with the right person. Because a bodybuilding prep, it's the same level of stress as like
other challenges.
Other challenges in life, like, you know, starting a business or maintaining a business, anything like that.
Having children.
Yeah, kids, bloody hell. Sleep deprived, tired, hungry.
Yeah.
It's basically prep.
Yeah.
It's often a true reflection of what your partner's like, or even what you're like during a stressful situation. So yeah, just be very, very, very self-aware and honest, communicate, and see if this person that you're with is the right person as well. Because sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. Not everyone's the one.
Yeah. See, on a side note to that, there is a flip side to this. So I'm looking at Josh thinking, when he's traveling with his partner to the shows, he's got it great, he's got that supportive partner, but I know also there's those challenges you face. Now, when you're on your own, prep can get very, very lonely. So if you're in that boat, what you've got to do is focus on the positive. So the positive behind that is you can just focus on yourself. So lean into that positive and just be like, okay, this might get a bit lonely at times, but I haven't got the stress, or at least the having to think about how to keep someone else happy. You can fully go in all in on your prep. So focus on that rather than the negative of being alone. On a side note to that as well, what an amazing feeling it was to see Josh win his world title and then them have a little hug and a cry after. And Josh can vouch for me on this, it actually brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah. It was deeply emotional. Deep. Like, it gets me when I think about it. I'm not going to think about it. Oh. Go on then. Lightweight. Come on. Easy. Go on then, lad. Lightweight, baby. How many with that?
Weighs more than double me.
How much? How many reps?
I'm not telling you because you'll aim for double. And I've gone lightheaded. I saw the other day someone make a statement that got me thinking.
Oh dear.
Is bodybuilding the toughest sport in the world?
Oh. Oh.
I know my answer to this because I had a little bit of a think about it.
I think, trying to think of sports that are tougher. I think bodybuilding is harder than being a footballer. I think football and like any kind of sport like that, it's very much like, I don't know, skill-based. It's not tough.
Yeah.
What's harder? I think like martial arts is pretty fucking hard.
This is where I'm going. My answer is absolutely fucking not. It's not the tough. People make it tough on themselves because of where they're at mentally. Maybe they struggle with, I don't know, the thoughts of losing, all that kind of stuff, which is a different conversation. Bodybuilding, I get where the statement comes from.
Yeah.
Because it's a 24-hour pursuit, how you sleep, how you eat, all the rest of it. But I don't think that warrants it being the toughest sport in the world. Imagine you're going out to fight in front of, even if you're not a UFC fighter, imagine you're going out to fight in front of your friends and your partner, and there's a chance of you getting knocked out, embarrassed in front of them. I went to the boxing at the weekend, actually. So
Is this what's got you thinking?
It got me thinking. And I mean, prep is brutal. Prep is hard. If you're going to do a show, it is very, very mentally challenging. So yes, it is a tough sport if you want to be the best at it. But I can only imagine a fight camp where you're getting beaten up, punched in the face every day. You don't really feel up to it. You're tired. They've got to make weight. They've got to cut water and then reload back up for the fight. I just think there's tougher sports out there.
They've got all the tough parts of bodybuilding, plus someone wanting to kill you.
Yeah.
Like.
And I can just place that above it. There might be other sports out there that are even tougher that I haven't thought of. I do think bodybuilding is tough, so I'm not discrediting it at all. But the question just got me thinking.
Yeah. What is the toughest sport in the world? Put your thoughts or your opinion in the comments.
Yeah.
You might look at this and go, "Oh, David didn't use chalk." David's got a belt on. I'm going beltless. I've got fat around my midsection. I don't need a belt. Go, you little fucker. I'm going to go headphones. Right.
Do what you got to do.
If you're someone that struggles to concentrate in the gym, use music as a tool. It really is a game changer. I really struggle to like keep my concentration at the minute. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because I've got so much on my mind.
If I'm on my own, I'll always wear headphones. But
yeah. But like Josh Campbell, if this makes it in the video, go and watch Josh Campbell's videos. Josh Campbell's amazing. He has like set 3 songs that he listens to before any top set.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that regimented?
He'll like.
I trust my shuffle.
He'll like cry.
Really?
It's that emotion provoking. Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Do you know what though? I think there's another skill to that as well. Because I've had those preps where I'm real angry, I have to work myself up and it works. But I also think there's a massive benefit to controlling your emotions and being a bit zen and still being able to do the same lifts. You can only maintain that for so long. Because I did that for 2 or 3 years of prep. And you want to get out of that dark mindset before too long, trust me.
Yeah. Look, with everything, there's always a balance, isn't there? Finding that sweet spot.
No! You're gonna have to get the bar off the floor. I don't care if Josh got more reps than me, it don't count because he didn't put the bar back. He failed.
I don't know how many that was. Fucking hell. But they're right.
Yeah, look good to me. Finishing with some calves, so we're actually doing a men's physique relevant exercise now after all of that. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. It's felt good. Good session.
I'm dead.
Last point I want to ask Josh, very, very important for competing, is self-confidence. And one thing about Josh is he always comes across very, very confident. What I've noticed with a lot of people when I start to pick their brain, especially those that come across as confident, is it's not always 100% the case. They're just good at managing feelings of self-doubt, feelings of anxiety, and we all suffer from it, right? So I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit on the mental aspect. When you turn up to shows, are you as confident? The only time I've seen you actually not be that confident was Germany, and I said it to Orin, who was with me. I said, Josh don't seem himself. Turns out after I found out that he was having a nightmare with food and all that kind of stuff, different story altogether. We both had a nightmare in Germany. But I could tell something was off just by his demeanour. So do you have moments of doubt? Do you get anxious about results in shows, or is it you're a very confident guy?
So I think one thing that I've learned to do over the last like 2 or 3 years is separate the emotional Josh from the physical Josh. So like I will literally look at my body as if it's someone else's. And like you might go, oh, that's a bit weird, but honestly it works a treat for me.
I think that is massive.
As an individual, as like, you know, subconscious Josh, I'm so confident in my physique, even though like subconscious Josh might be a little bit more shy, but it's a really weird thing to explain, but almost like take yourself out of your body, let your body do its thing, and have confidence in your body as if it's someone else.
Yeah, we never see ourselves usually the way we see other people. We'll think someone looks miles better than us, but necessarily isn't always the case. And they'll be having the self-doubt themselves, not realising how good they look.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very good that you've been that self-aware to actually pull yourself back like that.
Yeah.
So I think that is a very good thing. And then I think we've spoke about it before as well, like the outcome of winning. That can cause a lot of anxiety in people. And I'll always remember one thing you said to me before Worlds was actually having a conversation with Brad, and you turned around to me and said, what does winning feel like? And we both said, it's just a relief.
Yeah.
And I think once you actually win quite a bit, you start to realise, as great as it is, it doesn't really change a lot as a bodybuilder in terms of, I've won shows along the way, I've lost shows. My attitude has been exactly the same after both, and it's just to get better. So you start to realise that it's more of a personal journey, and it's more about this stuff like we're doing today, where you're training and how you're managing day to day. The outcome's just an afterthought almost.
Yeah. I feel like when I won the Worlds, it was a completely different feeling to anything that I felt before.
Really?
Yeah. It felt like I had the weight of, you know, the men's physique natural division on my shoulders, and for the first time ever, I felt ready for it.
Yeah.
Prior, like when I won my pro card and won, like, you know, a few British titles, I felt the pressure and I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? Like this time round, it's felt so different because I'm so, I don't know,
you're
shoring
more
myself.
Accomplished almost, and I think that's something I've realised myself through winning the multiple British titles and then my pro card at Worlds. I had a lot of anxiety in them years about the outcome of the show, and that's why I say winning was just a relief.
Yeah.
It was, and something I'm looking back on now through experience, and I hope people can take something from this, is I didn't actually enjoy winning as much as I should have done, because what I did is I'd win a show and then I'd just think, what's next? And I wouldn't really credit the winning. And then when I didn't win shows last year, I'm kind of like, I wish I enjoyed that more.
Yeah.
So now I'm in a position where I'm just embracing each day and just enjoying the journey, just knowing that I'm gonna be okay, and I just want to challenge myself.
Yeah, I think like when you celebrate on your own any achievement, it does feel a bit weird and you almost don't want to celebrate because it feels very, you know, egotistical. But me having my girlfriend at every show that I've won, you've almost got someone else to buzz off. So
he's gonna make me cry again.
It just feels different.
Yeah. Right, guys, that is our leg session all done. It's been an absolute pleasure. These leg sessions have been a bit of a slog for me lately, and I knew bringing Josh along would make it a lot more enjoyable. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've wanted to cover a lot of points with him that I felt people could relate to and that I know Josh would be able to talk well about. So yeah, a big thank you to Josh for coming on.
My
Once
pleasure.
again, thanks for making the journey as well with me being on prep to Nottingham Strong. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already, get on Josh's channel because he's always bringing quality, regular content on there. We will see Josh again. He'll be at some of the shows later in the year. So goodbye from us for now, and we'll see you on the next video.